Alright, in this video I will be reviewing the Airflowz 20-foot inflatable mummy. We got this from Home Depot in the year 2023, although I'm pretty sure it was available at least in 2022, maybe even sooner. I think we have one Airflowz inflatable. Most of our inflatables are from Jimmy. We have one, I think we have one other Airflowz. It was pretty good. But this is not by far, this is our biggest, our tallest inflatable we have. I think we have a 16-foot like nutcracker for Christmas. That's our second tallest. So this is our tallest. It's a pretty good size. These are this is the kind of stake it came with. It came with 7 of these and 7 tethers it came with. No, okay, I guess 10 of these. 3 are for the ground stakes and 7 are for the tether stakes, and they're pretty good size. The only thing is that I mean they're good stakes. Don't get me wrong; these are very good stakes. I just wish that they probably, for how big it is, it probably should have came with those big metal spiral stakes. Probably would have done a better job. But I mean, so we've had it up one day so far. We're in the middle of June. It's a long story, but it's the middle of June. We've had it up one day so far, and it was kind of windy yesterday. And it worked just fine, these stakes. I just think, the metal ones would have been better, but it's fine. I don't think it'll be a problem. So far, it has not been a problem. In any case, normally when I do these videos, I do it in my garage so I can kind of, when it's dark out, so I can kind of turn the lights off and on so you can see how they look, see how the decoration how it would look in dark and in light, but obviously I can't do that because this thing is 20 feet tall. I ain't gonna fit in my garage, so. I mean, maybe later on when it gets dark out here, I'll take a video of it when it's dark out, and you can kind of see, I'll splice it into this video so you can see both dark and light. But for now, we'll just do it in the daytime. That's what we have. Plug it in. There you go, now plugged in. Let's see it plug in. I see. It comes with, usually this size, it comes with one of those really big motors that sits on the ground. Instead, it just comes with these 2 small motors that, don't sit on the ground. But it takes a while to blow up. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it blows up really fast. But it blows up, and once it's blown up, it stays pretty much blown up. See how long it takes now. I think I was at like 2 minutes, 20 seconds when I started the video. Or I started blowing up, I should say. But like I said, we had it up one day so far, and it is a really nice inflatable. I was worried that it would just fall over and flop over a lot in the wind, and I wouldn't say it was really windy yesterday. Like I always say, if it's too windy, don't have your decorations on at all. So I wouldn't say it was that windy, but it was windy enough. And it was knocking around. As we like to say, it looked like they're dancing when they move so much. But yeah, he wasn't falling over. It wasn't, flopping backwards or forward. It was just moving. He was just like going side to side. And but yeah, he stood up just fine. So, but it does help that it comes with like I said, these are really nice nice thick tethers. Hopefully these don't break. Knock on wood. And there comes with when it gets to blow up more, I can show you better. But there's on the lower end, on the shorter end, the shorter ones, there's 2 on each side, and on the up higher on the inflatable, there's 1 each side and 1 in the back. Okay, twist a little bit here. Sorry, sometimes hard to do this one hand. I think I get a tripod or something for my phone. And it's gonna go and get it. But yeah, so we're actually doing some garage sales in our neighborhood this week. So I thought, oh, what if I put my new 20-foot Halloween inflatable out? Maybe that'll draw some people in. Like, oh, they'll drive by and be like, what's that going on over there? They'll check out our garage sale while they're here, and it actually worked. We actually had a few people come by and say, oh, we just saw that big inflatable in your yard. We want to come check it out. So hey, whatever it takes, right? Seems to be stuck, like it's not blowing up anymore. Oh, well, I didn't even notice this. It was like this yesterday. The zipper's undone there. Wow, what did that just happened? Because I did not do that. I wonder if, I really wonder if it was like that all day yesterday and it still blew up just fine. That's funny. I can't believe that. I didn't even know there was a zipper there. Well, that will certainly help blow up a little faster, I would hope. Sometimes with these small motor ones, you see the fabric kind of gets caught, that kind of like covers the motors, and that really slows it down because it can't get air in then. That's one bad thing about these ones that don't, these small motors, ones that don't sit on the ground. You gotta be careful. It's usually the really big ones like this where that happens. Like you have like those little 3-5 footers, that typically doesn't happen. It's just these really big ones. See now you already see them blowing up a little better. So far though, we're almost at the 4-minute mark for blowing this up. Like I said, it takes a while because those motors really, yeah. Clearly those two of those motors aren't meant to do a 20-foot inflatable like this. But like I said, once it is blown up though, it stays just fine. Which is remarkable, especially if that zipper was undone all day yesterday. It really does a good job then. That's really funny. We are getting there though. But yeah, we got that in Home Depot. We got it from online at Home Depot. I actually saw it last year. Well, it was after Christmas, so it's too late to even, you know, put it for Halloween last year. But I saw it online last year. I was thinking, gee, you know, Halloween's over. You know, maybe it'll go on sale, you know, like half off, maybe 75% off. You know, get two of them, you know, 75% off. But it never did. It went like, I think it went like 10% off, something like that. And then it went back to full price, and then I kept, and then just like, I think like a month ago, I was just thinking about it again. I was like, what if they still have that for sale? Or they're all sold out now? And I looked up, it's still full price. So I was like, oh, I might as well get it now before Halloween does roll around, they do sell out of them, because I really wanted it last year. Because this looks awesome. Blowing up nice and slow. Boy, we're at the 5-minute mark now. It is getting there though. Maybe. Like I said, yeah, these motors clearly were not meant to blow this much volume up. I mean, it does work, but I mean, typically when you buy these things, they're like, oh, it inflates in seconds, and typically true. This one inflates in minutes, which is not really that big of a deal. I mean, I guess, unless you're some sort of hurry, I guess, where you can't wait 5 minutes or 6 minutes while still blowing up. Still got electricity. And see, that is one nice thing when you do get these small motors, because if you were to get a big motor that sits on the ground, it'd be like at least 75 watts, maybe even 100 watts. So this is these two small motors, only 35 watts. So that is nice. Of course, the only bad thing about being two of them is that, you know, that's twice as many things that could go wrong. So, but again, knock on wood, hopefully these are quality motors, don't have to worry about that. And oh yeah, like I was saying, I mean, part of the problem is that our ground is just so hard. I mean, we've had, like you probably see, our yard has not been getting much water lately, so it was hard pounding these stakes in the ground. The ground was really hard, so I couldn't get them in all that much. Even when I got a big metal spiral stake that we already had, I couldn't even get that to twist it in there correctly. See, they're not really in there that much. Well, they're in there, but not. I'd prefer them to be all the way in. I just couldn't get them in because the ground's so hard. This one's maybe only halfway in. And so when the wind was pushing it, the stakes were really moving. I was afraid they're going to snap in half. But so that's why I thought maybe the metal ones would have been better. But then again, that's more. This seems like more of a problem with this seems like more of a problem with the you know, the ground being so hard. I couldn't get the stakes in properly. But there he finally go. He's getting up there. So you gonna stand up on his own, or I gotta help him? Sometimes they need to push him up to get him to stand up fully, but looks like he's getting there. Took him, what, we're almost at 8 minutes. By the time he's all done, probably 8 minutes to blow up. But yeah, this guy's taller than our house. It's crazy. Yeah, he's staying up all his own. It's good. Wow. Yep, 8 minutes. Hard to believe. But 20 feet tall, 8 minutes. So, like I said, not bad considering the stakes it comes with. Or not stakes, the motor it comes with. But you see, this is how, if we put the stakes like this, it seems to do a really good job. You can see the ones up high, we kind of put like far down here, just all the way to the side. And the ones that are lower, we kind of put like one in front, one in back. And the one in back, you can obviously just put like way behind it. Same thing on this side. Typically, when we do our displays, we don't have the stakes out this far. We have them like pretty much just like right next to the inflatable, and that doesn't really do as good of a job. I mean, it helps, it keeps it from flying away, which is, you know, the most important thing, but it doesn't really let them stand up very well because the wind just knocks them over because the tethers aren't really doing much to keep them up straight. They just keep falling over in the wind, and well, some of them do. Some of them stand just fine. But the reason we have to do that is because we have so many. We have like 125 packed into this area here. So it's like we can't space them apart this far because that's just not going to work. We not 125, and not only that, we can't put them in like, we have people walking through. We have paths here. People walk through, and we can't do that if there's like giant tether stakes in the middle pathway. People trip on them, you know. So that's why we have to look for more creative ways to keep some of our decorations stand up straight when we have our displays up. This worked just fine. Again, knock on wood. But it worked just fine with doing it like this. It moved. It like wiggle and waggle, but it never fell over or anything like that in the wind. So that's good. So this worked well. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic inflatable. It really got a lot of people's attention. Like I said, it's not even Halloween. Not even Halloween. People are coming by just to check it out. People are, you know, getting out of their car. They're like posing next to it, and they're having their picture taken. They're taking videos of it. People love this thing. And it's, like I said, it's not even Halloween yet. It's the middle of June. So I highly recommend this. It's actually, for a 20-foot inflatable, it wasn't a bad price for what we got it for. It wasn't a bad price for a 20-foot inflatable. So yeah, it's at Home Depot. I think it's also at Lowe's too, but Home Depot or Lowe's, we got Home Depot. But yeah, I would highly recommend this inflatable. It is a fantastic inflatable. Everyone seems to love it so far. I'm sure Halloween will be a huge hit in Halloween. People coming over, they're looking for inflatables like this, you know, Mummy. But yeah, if you can find it for a price you're comfortable with paying, I say go ahead and go for it. It's a fantastic inflatable. And yeah, I say go ahead and go for it. That's all I gotta say about this video though. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.